You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Catch A Contractor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Catch A Contractor After Show.
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for another AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for Catch A Contractor. Season 1, Episode 8. It's called Time for Rejoisting. I'm John Comerford. I'm joined in the studio by Steve Bottomley.
Hey!
And in the booth, Marissa Serafini. Marissa, thank you very much.
Hello.
Okay, what are we listening to?
This is Focus by Hocus Pocus. It was a Swedish band in the 70s. And an interesting fact about this, the band actually built the first studio that they recorded in.
Okay, I don't buy that because of the way you said that. That doesn't look like
I
it.
just pulled it right out of my ass.
Okay, sorry. That doesn't look
I just like the
tune,
song.
It
is a good tune.
All right, this week we had the poor recent widow. Oh my God!
Yeah.
And Vance, I guess. What is it? We were supposed to have a whole new art garage turned into art.
Vance Jameson was supposed to turn the garage into an art studio.
An art studio in honor of her poor, recently departed husband.
48 years old and a cardiac in the driveway.
Wow! Which, first of all, that right there, I was just going, "Geez, man! All of a sudden, we took a turn here."
Yeah, that got a little dark.
Yeah, I couldn't just enjoy the movie. I was feeling couldn't just enjoy the show because I was feeling so bad for her. But
I felt like I needed to work out, but then I was watching the show. And went, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe because I don't want to have it.
I don't want to leave right now.
But she gets a bid from Vance for $15,000 for this garage turnaround, and she gives him 12. Again, we have another case of somebody putting up way too much money up front. Especially with somebody who doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
And building on, a foundation. Well, I don't know. How do we say this? I mean, doesn't use any treated lumber right on top of cement, which is pretty much construction 101. Yeah. So it starts off with that.
And here's the thing. The excuse was, I overlooked that.
Yeah, I was too busy. I had so many things going on.
No, there's stuff you don't overlook if you know the first thing about framing. And any wood that touches concrete has to be pressure treated. It's like
some sort of, you don't want that moisture wicking up.
Yes,
it always will.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
But as he says, when you're working on your own, sometimes you miss things like that. You have all the figures in your head. I'm going, his excuses were amazingly lame. I thought if he spent as much time on his excuses as he did on the actual construction, he might not ever have to make the excuse.
Because you had numbers in your head.
That's true. I had numbers in my head.
Whereas when we work, we always like to empty our brain of things like numbers.
Yeah.
Because seriously, how important are numbers when you're talking
about
framing?
Numbers.
No. Did you need 7 feet ish?
Now here's the thing.
Close enough.
Yeah, exactly. You rarely use numbers in construction. But the one thing I will say is I don't do HVAC, so I don't really know a heck of a lot about it. I always bring in people to do that because that's what they do. But I was not familiar with the particular specifics behind the code on that. And I'm sure it's different in a bunch of different areas. Mm-hmm. But the earthquake strapping and things that make sense, of course, in LA. But I didn't know anything about the cabinet. But again, that's why you hire the subcontractor. That's what his job is, or her job, and that's what they do.
Here's what I don't get about these guys is, are they worried they're not going to get the bid or the job if they actually bring in the professionals? You know what I mean? When we bid, we always go, look, we can do this, 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 and this. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to hire these guys for this work.
Right.
Or
we'll hire them for you, depending on what the thing is. Yeah.
Right. But generally speaking, they're going to be more expensive because they know their business.
I think it's, I don't think I can gather from when they have these conversations and you hear at least what the edited version that we see is, especially these two guys, because they had back-to-back shows this weekend. Yeah. And so we're going to do both of those, but we'll do this one first and then we'll do the next one in a few minutes. But this guy especially was as if he bid so low, or was it Manny the next one? I can't remember.
Manny bid really low, but
they obviously the homeowner is going to they want to save as much money as they can, so they'll usually take a low bid and stuff like that. But at some point, the red flags have to come up, and usually when you bid that low, there's a reason why those ones don't work out well. You don't really want to take a contractor that's always the low bid, and you don't want to take a contractor that isn't busy. Because the reason why they're not busy is because they're not working.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and I don't doubt that they're going to find a lot of people that have this issue, but there is an onus on these people to say, well, what else have you done? What work can we see? Where can we go to check out? Where are you working now? Who, you know, who are your references?
And I do feel bad for the homeowner because, you know, let's face it, it's hard to do all that homework. You know, I got to go find the jobs. I got to go look at them. I got to go make the phone calls. I get all that. I mean, sometimes that's going to be a pain, but you're spending a lot of money here. I mean, you're spending as much as a car sometimes. Yeah. And you do your research when you're buying a car. Usually you find, okay, what, you know, who says what this about that? What does Car and Trend say? What does Consumer Reports? Those kinds of things. Right. So you usually will check those out, at least check out websites and Yelp if nothing else. Sure. So you can do some homework. If you're going to spend that kind of money, you should do a little due diligence and find out, get this guy's references, you know, look at the jobs, you know, get some feedback before you hire somebody, and that's don't just take the bid.
But that's a really good point. With so much stuff on the internet now, and so many references, and so, you know, and so many places you can go to, you know, you just put the guy's name in, and you can and see what happens. All right. It is still really surprising that they can find, but again, this guy was 18 months ago.
Yeah, 18 months, and you know, and I was like, okay, it's one thing if you screw up and everything, but I mean, how do you not? I mean, the woman she's a recent widow. How do you do that? I don't know. And even Adam was saying that doesn't get much lower than that.
I don't know.
And I go, wow, that's impressive. That he has that kind of conscience.
I think that's why the resolution always like rings so hollow to me. Because look, if the guy really meant it, you wouldn't have been in this position in the first place. Right. So all the, you know, I'm sorry and all of that stuff, it's kind of like, you're sorry that they contacted Adam.
Yeah, you're sorry that you got caught.
Yeah, you're not sorry that you never came back.
His saying that he was going to come back. I mean, I like that. Was it Valerie? Valerie was saying that you were never going to come back. Yeah. 18 months later, you were going to come back, right?
This is the thing I liked about Vance.
Yeah.
He was really good at deflection. He was really good at, hey, you know, now I'm just getting pissed off here. You know, he's like, actually, they did a double up on this one, and it was kind of similar. But yeah, he was like, you know, now I'm starting to get pissed off. I was like,
well, I'm the victim here.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. I had to wait 18
What'd I
months.
do?
But
and then he's trying to explain where the 12 grand went. I honestly was looking at them and go, where did the 12? What did you spend?
I don't know.
Because really, it looks like he brought in a 4x4 to hold up the HVAC.
Okay.
What else did he do?
All right. So let's.
No, I guess he filled in that wall and brought the windows.
Sure. Okay. Sure, so let's say it was an 8-foot or even like a 16-foot. Let's say it's a double garage. Okay. So he built a 16-foot wall. Yeah. Wrong. Yeah. That wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right. So yeah, exactly. The city won't allow.
Yeah. A lot of times you can enclose your garage, but you have to supply some sort of covered parking for your car. Yeah, depending on the city. Yeah, exactly. And the ordinance. So 15 grand?
That's what he bid out. 15 grand for that. Bid out for. And then, but he got 12 grand, and he says it was all gone. And he built a wall. He had 2 windows, and he put a 4x4 post under the HVAC. I really couldn't see anything else that he did. I was shocked that I go, how could you spend? And then he said, well, it went to pay this, and he went to do this, and materials. I'm going, materials? You can get a couple of 2x4s.
This is the thing that drives me crazy. Is like, look, you were getting paid huge money for a really simple job. Why not finish it and just be done with it? Just be done and go. Yeah. Even if you make a ton of mistakes, which you did, you're still going to come out way ahead.
Yeah, that part was just amazing. But I guess he made more money by just walking away.
I guess so.
I mean, that's what he did.
I guess so. And you know, so right now in this show, they're trying to find the hook for each show. And this was the Put Upon Widow. Yeah, that was the hook, and that's a good hook. I like that hook. Is a good hook. I'm waiting though for that show where the guy goes, oh, screw it, here's the money.
Yeah, I know.
And then, now
absolutely.
What are you going to do? Take it and bring in someone else?
Doesn't make much of a show, but I guess it would be, okay, here's the money back. Now here's what we're going to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to double it because we would have had to. Or, you know, I would love to see if there's that show. I don't think it's out there.
No, but I mean, I don't know how.
Based on these guys, I don't think anyone's ever going to say, oh, no, I'm sorry.
Well, because everybody they hire, because of who they are, the fact that they're able to leave the job in the condition that they do, you know that they're not the kind of people that has that money lying around. It doesn't seem like they would, and if they did, there's no way they're going to part with it. They just, you know, it's just they don't seem like that kind of person.
No, and I don't know where they're spending it. I really don't. Well, but who knows where they're spending it? Maybe Vance can.
He's spending it on his glasses, because apparently those glasses. I mean, like they had him on the back of his head when he was wearing them stuff. Yeah,
those are expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. And the T-shirts he likes to wear. Yeah, that's a whole wardrobe he's got to deal with. That's where it's all going. $12,000 to those things.
They decided early on, and the order that shows are aired is not necessarily the
way
order
they're
not at all. So, but they really decided earlier on that Vance was an idiot.
You mean in the way they put this edit together?
Absolutely. Just while they're looking at it, I mean, which is kind of interesting because episode 3 or 4 was where they discovered, hey, it really wasn't the contractor; it was the homeowners.
Right, exactly.
So if you're
the floods.
So if you're following the show, you'd think, okay, so now that information's there, are you going to make these decisions right away? But on this one, it was pretty clear right on the outset
that he's horrible.
Vance screwed up, and there's and I don't know if they're playing the how do you take advantage of the widow, or whatever, but that was kind of an interesting take. But yeah, so this one was about taking advantage of a widow.
And well, it certainly makes for some, drama, some reality TV drama.
Right. Yeah, but you know what? The fix was, we're going to take this wall out. We're going to put you in a frosted glass garage door. So,
well, they gave her, I mean, at the end of it, they revealed that they gave her exactly what she wanted, or within the boundaries of what the law code would allow. I mean, they had to have the door because the local code wouldn't allow you to close in that wall. So they gave her a really good garage door with frosted pane glass. So at least you let in the light. So that's good. That looks nice. So they closed in the HVAC. So that was good.
Yeah.
And they cleaned it up, made it look pretty. But I mean, what else can you do if that's what she wanted? That's what she needed.
It was a $12,000 garage organization.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. I don't know that's not the show's fault. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, dude, if you'd done just like this much research, you might have been able to do this.
I know, clearly.
And you might have been able to walk in and go, look, we can't take the garage door out, but we can give you a better one.
Yeah, exactly. That, and and even if you kept your number the same way, you'd probably come out even.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, just this much research might have saved you from
having to do all that work.
You did get some free publicity.
That's true. He did, and it was nice, because now everybody knows Vance, and they're likely to call him.
Oh, I'm going to call him.
Oh, absolutely! He did such an amazing job. So
you want to chat to our fans?
Well, let's see. What was the other thing we wanted to talk about? It was good that we had the friend too. It was nice little support for the widowed grieving. And
that was she was out in Hollywood, right?
I don't call.
Yeah, I think she was out in Hollywood. So she's an artist, and I would have liked to have seen some of her art. Hey, you know what though? On this show, they actually did kind of do a little bit more of the graphics, like this is what you need to do. They're starting to do that more and more, which is really cool.
The HVAC coming off the wall, and that's why you need the earthquake strapping, because you've got gas and electric right there at night, all that kind of, which is why they have those. Well, the thing I appreciate that everybody says, well, not everybody, most people say, these codes are crazy. In fact, we even had one contractor saying that they were ridiculous.
Some guy up in Sacramento.
Exactly. So, and what I like is there sometimes, and more often than not, there's a really good reason for the code. Yeah. And and I like that they demonstrate that. So it's it doesn't come out of nowhere, and then people can say, it's just educate yourself a little bit. There's a reason that may be there.
Right. So, yeah. And usually it's based on, like I said, out on the West Coast. It's usually based on earthquakes.
Yeah. If you're obviously in Florida, it's hurricanes. If you're in the Midwest, it's tornadoes. But because I have a lot of clients, they'll want to take down walls and they don't understand load bearing. They don't know why. And it's like, why can't we just I want to open up. I want to open, concept, living room, dining room, all that kind of stuff. We just knock down this wall and go, well, you can't just knock down a wall without replacing it with a glue lamp or something to support the load. And then but then a lot of times they won't even check with that. They'll just knock the wall down, and then they really compromise the structure of their home, and then you have to come in there and you have to tell them, well, here's why you've got cracks everywhere, and you're in danger of this thing imploding.
Well, there's also another huge reason why you really don't want to do anything without getting the permits is when you have to sell your house. You have to disclose whether it was done with or without permits. Now you can sell, and I'll accept all of the oncoming. My understanding is You can sell non-permitted work so long as you disclose.
Yeah.
And trust me, I've seen a lot of them.
Oh yeah, well, people have all the time. I know people who have done it.
Yeah.
I've known people who have purchased homes where they've purchased homes that have had reconstruction done that wasn't permitted, but it was disclosed, and then they can make the decision and then make whatever kind of recommendation, or they'll ask for whatever, I don't know, fee, whatever they want to in the sale price to have to deal with it. But
but the flip side of that is a lot of times they're like going, yeah, but can we do it so that the city doesn't know? Because I don't want them to come in and say we have to do all this, and you're looking at them going, you bought the house knowing that this was the situation.
Right.
So there's always going to be a buyer, but it's just.
And a licensed contractor won't want to do any of that because they'll get their license revoked.
No, it's really hard to get a licensed contractor to come in and go, sure, I'll just do this, because
they're putting their whole livelihood at stake, so they're not going to do that for this one thing.
It's not worth it for them.
Okay, we do want to get some of our fans that have written in, and not so fans. Let's see, Waldo 359 says, "Great show, thanks very much for the info." We have Scarsden ME saying, he gave us 5 stars. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We have Brad Cruz, or at least I believe that's the tag name, and I believe it's, if I read it correctly, it's his wife or spouse that's writing in. Didn't get any love from her. Says we don't know what we're doing. We don't know anything about building, so we didn't obviously in any way impress her. Although we might add that this studio right now that we're shooting in is, we built this one, so we at least knew enough to how to build this studio. So
there's a few homeowners across the valley that may disagree, but
okay.
What are you going to
do? Everybody has a right to their opinion.
Absolutely.
Thanks for writing in anyway. We appreciate
the important
you
thing is that she shared her comment.
Absolutely, and we appreciate that. And we also have James Stevens says, "Keep up the good work." So thank you very much for writing in and letting us know how you feel about the show and the podcast, and Adam as well, because we want to know not only how you feel about us, but certainly about how you feel about Adam's show and what you'd like to see in Adam's show, or what you'd like us to discuss. So when you write in and comment and stuff, go to YouTube, go to iTunes. Please do so at AfterBuzz TV, and just let us know what else you want us to consider or talk about, or whatever comments you have, because we like to hear, especially the more outlandish and the crazier you think the contractors are. I like listening to that stuff, so keep that coming.
Sure. And regardless of the comment, we enjoy reading them.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. If you want to blast us, be creative. Come on. Make us laugh. We're right there with you.
No, it's good. Okay. What else do we have to say about this particular episode? Anything we want to add to about that?
It was basically a $12,000 garage door.
Oh my God, that was
what I took away from this.
Okay, the last comment I'll say about that is, I can't believe, first of all, that he bid that and that she accepted that. And man, I guess you wouldn't know any better, but $15,000 for putting a wall up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems crazy, but she went for it. So
yeah,
I guess there are crazier things out there. All right, well, I guess that's it for us. This Catch a Contractor on Season 1, Episode 8 was Time for Rejoisting. We want to thank you much for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.